Good morning, all about living. This is Mac, your neighbor from the east. Just wanted to say I love the channel. Keep up the good work.
Hey y'all, I'm Betty from Wild Rose, North Dakota. Keep up the good work, y'all. I love the videos.
Welcome to the deep woods of North Florida.
Welcome.
You like that one? Today, I'm going to welcome you to the deep woods of North Florida. There you go.
No, I'm trying to make different things so I can kind of play with it. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Welcome.
Okay, you got it. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Welcome
To the deep woods of North Florida. Why don't you say it?
Because you say it
Say it.
better.
I do say it better?
Yeah.
I'm going to say,
I want you to say it though.
No.
I want you to say welcome to the deep
I'll
woods.
just say welcome and you can say,
I'm trying to get Tammy to say welcome to the deep woods of North Florida.
I can't do it.
no, welcome.
Come on, try it one time.
Okay.
Go. I want you, here, you want to hold my cup? Maybe make it official?
No.
No? Go ahead, say it. Say it. I want you to go,
Welcome to the deep woods of North Florida.
Welcome to the deep woods of North Florida.
Gotcha.
wasn't that fun?
Fun.
Now, didn't you have fun doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, we've been,
Just kind of rolling around here, guys. Tammy's kitchen, and her cooking. Isn't it awesome? When we started doing the channel, I really didn't think that Tammy's cooking was going to become a major part of it, But when we got to working with the channel and doing the cooking, we come to realize that, the basic essential necessity for survival is keeping the kitchen going.
Yeah.
You got to keep the kitchen going. Whatever it takes to keep the kitchen going. Everything that you're doing, no matter where you live, is all a part of keeping the kitchen going.
Yeah, everybody's got to eat.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Homesteading, cows, pigs, goats, which we don't have any of those, thank goodness. No, but we got chickens and we got rabbits, they're all manageable. And push come to shove, we can keep the kitchen going. Tammy's got, her buckets and buckets of food stored, and she's got her pantry shelves that you see there, and the fridges and the freezers are like, overstocked, right?
Yeah.
Everything to keep the kitchen going, because it's all about eating. That is what survival is all about.
That's the way I look at it.
I got a black fly tearing me up.
You ain't got no bug spray?
Mm-mm.
Well, you can't be out in the middle of the woods of deep Florida without bug spray. You know that, right?
Yeah, the coons broke my bug spray I made for y'all.
For a little bit. And I really kind of wanted to get you to, I'd really like to know how you feel about what you're doing in the kitchen. Why are you looking at me like that? Because that means you're going to have to talk, right? That means you're going to have to say something. What do I want you to say? I'm trying to drag her out. Tammy gets in the kitchen and she's cooking. She knows food. She knows
Yeah.
cooking. She can talk about that all day long. And when she talks to somebody on the phone, that's all she talks about is food. And,
He's about right.
what'd you do yesterday?
I went to town again. I know I say I don't go to town that often, but yesterday was kind of I was asked to go, and I was like, well, I don't have nothing really. It's too hot to work on those traps, and I really don't want to, so.
No, so she got a ride to Sam's Club.
I'm gonna go to Sam's Club, and I did, and I didn't do a haul or anything because I didn't buy a lot. I don't need a lot. I did pick up some vinegar, and I picked up, what did I pick up at Sam's?
You got butter.
Oh, the butter, yes. Sam's Club has the cheapest price for butter in my area. It was like $11.80 for 4 pounds, which is way better than Walmart, way better than Publix. I mean, it just, yeah. So that's what I did. I didn't pick up 3-4 items because I really didn't need anything. I was just more or less going for company.
Yeah, going company. She don't get out very much.
Because I don't go out all the time.
No, she went to a thrift store because.
And I went to about 4 or 5 thrift stores.
Yeah, see, she loved. Oh,
I love thrift stores.
tell me about your cookbook.
Oh, I found a cookbook. Y'all know I love cookbooks, okay? So I always hit the book section. Every thrift store I go to, all the time. And I was looking around, and there's this little book. It was only about this tall, and it had the little plastic binder thing on it.
Spiral?
And I picked it up and opened it, and it said copyright 1933. Now this book definitely is not almost 100 years old. You know, it's not 90 years old.
It said copyright.
But the copyright was for 1933, and
Somebody Xeroxed it and saved it.
yeah, I don't know how it ended up, you know, without saying, you know, underneath the copyright how many times it was reprinted or whatever. Anyway, it's called the Savannah Cook, I think is the name of it. Anyway, it is the neatest, niftiest book, and a lot of those recipes I know by heart. I've already showed them to you. You know, it's pretty cool. And some, I found out, I have been making all wrong. You know, through the years, things change, and, you know, different people add this or take this out or whatever. 2 or 3 of the recipes I have made the same way my entire life, but it shows it completely different.
Skeeter. You had a skeeter.
And so anyway, I'll show you the differences when, you know, when I do a cooking video, and I'll pull the little book out. But it is just too neat. It was fun. It was fun. That was a fun find.
Yeah,
and I only paid like 49 cents for it because it was in that ring binder kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and she's sitting there reading me. I mean, the lady has stories in there, and you know, and when she talks about her recipe, she talks a lot about, you know, the way life was back then.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it has-
I mean, it's actually like talking to an old Southern lady on a plantation in the middle of Georgia in that book in 1933.
Yeah, it's pretty descriptive.
Yeah.
and it was very enlightening. You know, I'll read some excerpts from it.
I told her she needed to do like a semi-quasi kind of book review, although you can't buy the book.
There's no way
now.
you could buy that book now.
No.
Absolutely no way you could buy that book. They wouldn't print it. They would not print it.
No,
I'm sure.
oh yeah. Well, what I said to her was, it's an uncensored.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It
It's
was
uncensored.
uncensored.
And if you could imagine the way people talked back in 1933, that's the way she wrote the book. And the stories were they were cute too.
Yeah, it was fun stories. I mean, it wasn't controversial or anything, but
I swear these, you know, ever since Roscoe died, passed away, let me just say it like that, right? I mean, the animals have been coming
out of the woodwork.
out of the woodwork. Coons, the possums. You know, Essie is having to work double time on all the field mice. Everywhere I work, I just stumbled across another, you know, I wouldn't call that a mouse. I call that a
that's a wood
swamp
rat.
Not a wood rat. But Essie's working overtime. She's doing a good job, though.
Yeah, she's doing a good job,
Yeah.
but she can't tackle.
She can't get them all worked up.
Well, she can't tackle possums and coons.
No.
And
Oh, she runs from them.
Yeah, she's got where she sleeps on top of the Jeep.
Yeah,
now.
or you know, I got a ladder over, you know, up alongside the camper. She climbs up that ladder and she'll be walking around up there at night, and I'm going like, Hey, Tammy, what the heck's that noise?
Yeah, she's getting away from them coons.
Yeah. And they eat all her food. So I started taking her food when I can think about it, putting it in the fridge.
Yeah.
You know, so that they, you know, they can't get it. You know,
I started feeding her in the morning, and then I feed her again when we're doing the videos in the cook shed, and then we put it up.
Yeah, and we just had to go buy a whole new bag of cat food.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because the coon took the lid off of her food and ate the whole half a bucket.
Tammy says, "Oh, while you're up there, we're going to need some cat food."
Yeah.
Boy, Tammy makes a good cup of coffee, guys. I swear, this coffee is so good. She does a real good job. But there's one thing about having Tammy around. You know, if she's here, you're going to get a good cup of coffee. Oh, the weeds are half gone.
Half gone.
Half gone. I had a buddy of mine come over and he refused to be filmed.
Yeah.
I was going to show all the weeds getting knocked down. He brought over this.
Bless his heart. We thought, you know, he said, I got
a little tractor.
I got a little Kubota. That's what he said. He said, I got a little Kubota. I'll come
and a
over
bush
and
hog.
mow.
I'll come over and knock it down. It won't take no time. And I said, well, I got to get everything moved out of the way. You can't, you know, maneuver with a big old bush hog. He says, oh, no. It's not like that. So I thought he was going to bring over this little 4-foot Kubota. He brings over this 6-foot Kubota.
Big.
Yeah.
Big.
And, you know, and it had a 6-foot, you know, bush hog on the back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he did. He went out here and he knocked, you know, the major areas down anywhere. And
everywhere he could go.
Everywhere he could go. So I just got to get the little John Deere. I wish it would grow up. And then I can, you know, go in and mow all the little spots. And I just still have to get it. You know, we're struggling with this heat and we're struggling with getting, you know, another set of traps built. And, you know, it's just, we can't bring ourselves to go out there and be soaking wet.
Too hot. I mean, your shirt is just soaked.
Speaking of shirts.
In an hour.
Speaking of shirts,
Yeah.
I got a new shirt.
Yeah, he did get a new
I got a new shirt. See it? Isn't it beautiful? Sunday best.
Yep.
I put it on there.
Just for y'all.
Yeah, just for you guys. Oh, and I trimmed up. I hope, you know, I don't know if you noticed that, but I trimmed it up. I got, you know, I hadn't shaved in like over 10 years, 12 years. No, longer than that. I've had a beard a long time.
You've had a beard a long time.
Yeah, but normally I like do that, or no, I'd go to a barber shop and they trimmed it all up and got it all cut for me. But since we moved out here, I've learned how to, you know, I need to do a video on how to cut your hair.
Yeah, he does. He cuts his own hair. He cuts my hair.
Yeah, I didn't cut my hair tonight. I just trimmed this up right here because I was watching that video that I did yesterday on the chainsaw.
That is a cool little tool.
Yeah, that's a cool tool. My sister-in-law called me up. She said, boy, that was a really good video. You know, I kind of don't know, you know, because I don't go watch other videos to see how I should do a video.
Yeah.
You know, I just kind of like play, be myself.
Yeah,
you know?
We just wing everything.
Yeah, I just wing it. But no, that was a nifty little tool. You got to get one of those things. If you hadn't seen that video on the 4-inch mini chainsaw, Saker sent it to me. I'm not getting paid for this video.
Right, no.
By the way, and I didn't get paid for the last one, but they did send me the chainsaw to do a review on.
Awesome.
And, you know, I'm trying to work myself towards being able to get like a lot of, you know, battery operated tools, and then I got a 300-watt solar panel I want to hook up so that I can charge all the battery operated equipment, because I actually think that's the way to go. You know, this gasoline stuff, you know, aside from the tractor, you know, and the, you know, like the pressure washer and stuff like that, I think battery operated hand tools way to go.
Oh, within the next week, I'm sure I'm going to make you some beauty berry jelly, because they are turning purple. All over the yard, they are turning purple.
Yeah, she came in and said beauty berries are coming out.
Yep,
You
they're
know,
out.
not so much in the shaded areas part of the yard, but out there in the sun.
Yeah, where it's nice and sunny, they're turning. The ones back here, like in the shade by this oak tree, they're still green. But out there where the sun hits them all day long, they're purple.
Yep, so if you got some beauty berries out there on your property, we did that video. You can go watch it too on how to identify a beauty berry. Okay. Well, one thing, guys, you know that we don't want to do is we don't want to talk about anything controversial, get anybody stirred up or get them all ruffled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, but what we can say is we know that this country is like in a real big mess. All right? So, you know, you got, and I say the left, I don't think they know what they're doing. They certainly ain't in tune with everything that's going on out here. And the right
is not any better.
Tammy, like I said, I don't watch the news and I just read the headlines. And I'm seeing mugshots.
I tried, y'all. I tried to watch the debates. But all they did was snip, 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 snip. None of them should be the leader of the free world. I'm sorry. Yeah. If you have a favorite, that's fine. I'm just telling you from the deep woods back here that those people do not belong in the highest office of the land. They couldn't even agree with each other on anything.
And they're supposed to be in the same party.
And they're in the same party. So.
And they're all trying to cut each other's throat to get to, to get to the top.
No.
And they didn't even have the main attraction.
Yeah. Nope.
So.
Sorry, guys.
That's about all we got. We ain't got nothing to say. Tammy watched about 10 minutes and she said, that's it.
I can't.
It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous, and a lot of the other stuff that is going on, I hope that all comes to a head soon because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of hearing about it. I try to keep it out of my face, but they keep throwing it up. And so I just stay my course. I ignore what everybody is saying. Right? I do.
He
does.
I
do.
I'm the one that pays attention, and then I tell him what I need for him to hear.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? But I'm just going to tell you this. All right. Our turning point is going to be 2024, no matter what.
No matter what.
No matter what. So that's all I'm waiting for. I'm out here in the middle of the woods. My skin is tingling right now. Okay, because I got a lot of inner feelings about the way this country's being run, and I don't like it. So that's all I got to say.
Gas going up on a daily, electric going up on a daily.
Man, could you imagine having to drive back and forth to gas and buying groceries for 2-3 kids?
No, I can't imagine.
Absolutely no way.
I absolutely cannot imagine how a young family is. My daughter is crying to me all the time, and she has a good job. They both have a good job.
They're spinning their wheels.
And they're just spinning. They make, they're financially responsible. They make their house payment. They pay their light bill, which went up to almost $500 last month.
But that's
and
treadmill.
They still have to feed the kids.
And that's that treadmill that me and Tammy opted to get off of.
Yeah, we got off.
We got done. Like I told her when we worked all our life to achieve the goals that we
had
set, okay? And we got there, and then
we didn't want it.
We wanted what we wanted at the time that we had it.
Yeah.
But as everything started unraveling, and 2008 to 2016 came, well, it wiped a lot of me. It wiped me out. And it wiped a lot of my fellow business partners and friends out too. They were gone. So there was no me recovering. I didn't have them. I had nothing. So we opted to come out here and learn how to be old while we were still somewhat young.
Young, yeah. While we were
That's-
still young enough to do it.
Yeah,
we-
that's
we
basically
got it.
what it is, you know. So, you know, and I highly recommend to anybody who is in a position that they can is to learn how to be old while you're still young. I think that's the best advice I can give anybody. You know, I watched my grandfather, I watched my grandmother, I watched my mom and dad. They've all been there, you know, thriving, wealthy, you know, living high on the hog. And then when you get into your elder years, thump, thump, thump. So we came out here young and learned how to be old. Didn't we?
I get
Why
it.
are you looking at me like
get
that?
it. I've never heard anybody put it like that before, but.
Well,
you know,
that's
we
what I
did.
said. I said
we
yeah, you know, I mean, I moved out here. The last 25 years belong to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be 70 years old and he finally come up and say, honey, we're finally free.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad that we have these last few years to have quality time with each other. Yeah. See, and that's what I've been trying to teach her the whole time we've been out here. Smile. You know, I'm not the same person I was when I was a businessman. I am way past all that. Yet Tammy still feels like I'm issuing orders. You know, but I like to have fun now. I like to cut up. I like to make her smile.
He does. He
Yeah.
tries.
I try, and I think she's slowly coming around to the fact that I'm a pretty decent, cool guy. You know? My grandson come out here. He hears all this stuff out of my son, right? You know, Rick, you know, my son talking about his dad and growing up and everything, and you know, they always come over. Oh, so that's where my dad learned it, huh?
Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
Dad learned it.
But you know, in the one video, I do have a video of me and Carter. We was out here cutting on wire and stuff, and I was actually trying to teach him and, you know, explain a few things to him. He goes, "You were rich?" I said, "Yeah, I was." I said, "I had a big brick house too." He said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "I had a big boat too." And he said, "Really?" He said, "I didn't know you was rich." I wasn't really rich, but we were
rich.
doing really well. But anyway, so now my grandson actually knows. But I was talking with him, and he goes, "You know what?" He says, "You know, when you actually spend a little time with you, you know, you're pretty cool. You got to be the best pawpaw in the whole world." I got it on video. You can go watch it. You know, spending quality time and bonding with my grandson. It's in there. So, and I really did enjoy having him out here and doing that. All right, still got some coffee.
Okay.
You are? Okay, she's going to say something, and I'm going to give her some input. Go ahead. What are you going to talk? What are you going to say?
I'm just going to thank all our subscribers and all the people that watch our videos. You know, we are so thankful. You know, we're really humbled by the fact that you would even watch us. You know, and according to the stats, which I pay absolutely no attention to whatsoever, Randy handles all of that. He does the editing, the camera work, the computer work, all that stuff is all him, because I can't even turn the camera on. You know, I mean, I really can't. He told me to turn it on the other day, and I hit the button he told me to hit, and nothing happened. You know, I'm like computer illiterate. I'm completely computer illiterate, and don't want to know anything about computers. My phone goes haywire, I hand it to him. You know, just fix it. That's all I want. Just fix it. I don't care. Just fix it. Yep.
And I'm a good director too.
Yep. And he does the direct.
Yep.
Yep. I could, because I'm good at that. That's what I'm good at.
Yep.
I'm good at explaining what I'm doing, but as far as any of the other stuff, I absolutely have no clue. But back to the stat thing, you know, I mean, he watches the demographics, you know, the age groups, people that watch us, and he pays attention to, you know, he answers all the emails, or I mean, not emails, all the comments.
I do shout back at her and get a response, and my fingers
Right.
repeat.
Yeah, he
Her
has,
response.
If it's a question I have to answer, then he will ask me. But otherwise,
I'm just a robot.
yeah, he's my robot.
I am a
It's all
robot.
right.
That's all I am, is a robot. You know? And I might misspell a word. Somebody actually made a comment the other day. I spelt,
He's probably going so fast he didn't pay attention.
yeah, Q-U-I-T-E. I tried to say quiet on the set. I typed it in, but I typed like 101 words per minute. I was clocked
Yeah.
at 101 words per
Yeah,
minute.
so he was probably just, and then he just hit whatever it is that you hit, and-
Well, I hit enter and
Enter.
I didn't like catch it. So I moved on to the next one.
No big deal.
No big deal. Oh, you know what? We also got a comment. I want to ask you guys. A lot of you, you're in our region, right? You live in the South. A lot of you. I know Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina. I want to know how you say pecan. 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 Somebody made a comment and they said, it's pecan.
Yeah.
It's pecan.
Yeah. That's semantics, I guess. It just, I
Yeah.
guess, depends on where you're raised.
Well, the
But-
first thing that I thought of when she says it's pecan is I thought of Major Winchester on the 4077 MASH show. Because he is the prim and proper educated Boston University doctor, right?
Right.
And then you got Hawkeye and Radar and all them guys. I could just imagine the argument between them on how they would say cancer. I asked my dad. My dad is actually raised in Akron, Ohio. He went to Coventry High, okay? And I asked him how they say it. And he says it's pecan.
It's been pecans my whole life.
Yeah, it's been pecans my whole life. I have never heard anybody say pecan.
Well, I've heard it.
I just
people
thought about
say
Major
pecan,
Winchester.
But I just don't.
Pecan.
And I'm not gonna. It's just part of my heritage. They're pecans. And so that's it.
So anyway, I did investigate it, and there is 2 proper ways to say that. I did.
Yeah.
And you can listen to them. They got sound for them both on the internet, But out of the 100 and something people I have interviewed over the last couple of weeks since that comment came out, it's pecan. You want to call Wanda and ask her what she thinks?
You know what she'd say.
Pecan.
Anyway, I have another one for you. This one came out of that little book I found that I was telling you about earlier. This is a cute little story. All right. Apparently, in the South, back then, recipes were not called recipes. Recipes were called, or in the North, they were called recipes. In the South, they were called receipts. The word receipts, like you would write out a receipt for something, that's what a recipe was called. I've never heard that. I had no idea that was even a thing. Okay.
Are you sure
And
you got
she
that
said-
right? It's not receipt?
No, it's receipt.
R-E-C-I-P-E? Receipt?
No,
Recite?
no, it's receipt. The word receipt, R-E-C-E-I-P-T, receipt, is the word for recipe in Savannah in 1933. And she said that she looked it up in the Oxford Dictionary, I think. I'll have to look again. But if memory serves me, she looked in the Oxford Dictionary and it said recipe and then a slash mark, C, receipt. And then underneath that, it said receipt slash C, recipe. And she went, so there. Just like that, so there.
I wonder if you could look that up.
Yeah.
And if it would actually,
But- So I thought that was really neat. And
Yeah.
all throughout the book, she calls them receipts. They are not recipes, they are receipts. So there's another semantic for you.
yeah, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she told me about that last night, and I'm going, Okay.
Yeah, I almost read that whole thing between last night and this morning.
And then I had my headphones on. I was editing my chainsaw video, and she would yell to make sure that I took my headphones off so she could tell me what she was
Tell
reading.
him what I was reading.
She was just cracking up left and right.
It is such a cute little book. You know.
She'll have to read you the story about how to cook a possum.
Yeah. How to cook the possums in there. How to catch the possum.
Yeah. Okay, well guys, it's getting dark out here.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, you know. Like to get some input. One of these days we'll be able to afford satellite internet,
Yeah, well,
you know,
we
high
really talk
speed,
to
so
you.
we can do some live chats and really get to know you. Oh, here you go. Here's one for you. All you guys that have made it this far in the video, probably ain't got a problem with it. What I'd like, I have a couple of them, probably going to include them on this video, is I'd like to get a quick hello, you know, and what you think about the channel in a video on a phone. Just face print your, you know, on the phone, and then email it. Email address is allaboutLiving45@gmail.com. It's in the about section on the channel page. Send me a 5-10 second video. I'd like to start putting those out, and you know, and putting a face with a lot of the people that, you know, have been hanging out for a little while.
Yeah, you have to want to do that.
You have to want to do that. I'm not going to make you do it.
Yeah.
But you better do it. No, it's just nice to put a face, you know, with the name, you know. And we can't do, you know, the live chats or anything like that or whatever. So, you know, I guess the only thing to do after that is like, subscribe, share. There's so much more to do, you know. You can leave a thanks, help contribute to the channel. If you just want to throw a couple of bucks our way to help us, you know, manage to pull all this together, you know, you can become a member,
Right.
you know, and make a monthly contribution of $2.99.
Yeah.
That'll help. You know, we'll get the satellite TV going. We'll get some other projects out here going, and we'll continue living in the deep woods of North Florida.
Yep, we're going to be here.
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. All right, you guys take care. We're out.
Bye.